Alright, Shalom Akim, Slaki about that. Shalom Akim, this is Brother welcome back another one to the Spirit Prophet of Shim Yoshai. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory be unto the Father and the Son, Yahawah Shim Yoshai. Double line of cells and apostle of the great millstone rule and top this truth and a sincere salutation unto the brethren pushing this word through truth and sincerity, risking life and to do so. I'm the brother Mark back another one through the Spirit Prophet of Shim Yoshai. And through the Spirit, man, I would like to, again, give all praise and glory be unto the Father and Son, Yahawashi, Shai, double ourselves and apostles of the great millstone who taught me this truth. And a sincere, a sincere salutations unto the brethren pushing this word through truth and sincerity, but it's going to life and freedom to do so. All right, I'm back here with another one. And this one, amen, this one's pretty interesting through the Spirit. Just looking at it through a spiritual eye. And, just what I've been keeping up on through the Spirit. Okay, and for the past couple of weeks, man, when I went out to teach, man, I basically said through the Spirit, man, that a lot of these little nations, all right, what you have, obviously Ukraine and Taiwan. I wanted to talk about that for a second, and the reason being is because the reason why Russia, okay, and China are gonna invade Taiwan is to keep America out of Asia, okay. You already know that Taiwan and Ukraine were involved with America, obviously infiltration, spying, all those types of things, man. Okay, obviously America to claim territory in parts of Europe and Asia, okay? And recently, as of last week, okay, it was announced that Finland was going to join the European Union, okay? So again, man, you have these moves being made by America, but the main thing I wanted to speak about was the decline of the U.S. dollar, man. Okay, and this is not looking too good, man. All right, as you can see, the nations in the back. You have Saudi Arabia right beside Putin on the left side. You have China on the right side. You obviously have Putin in the middle, which represents Russia. I believe in the back you have, I can't remember the little country's name, but you also have India to the far left in the back. Okay, and in the right, I can't really make out the face. But yeah, man, to say the least, man. All right, that's probably Iran to the far right. I think it's Iran. But hey, man, through the Spirit, I'm gonna read you guys. I'm gonna read you guys this real quick. Okay, because this is news for 2023, and the brother sent me this in the group chat, man. It's pretty much raps, man, for America, because what they're doing, they're gonna dry out America. Now they're talking about oil reserves now, okay? And let me just read it for y'all, man. Okay, so it says Russia to implement voluntarily cut in oil production of 500,000 BPD till the end of 2023. So lock it for that. It says Saudi Arabia will reduce its oil production by 500k per day starting from May until the end of 2023, state media. UAE to lower oil. Slovakia. UAE to lower oil production voluntarily by 144,000. Okay, that's the Spirit. That number right there. Okay, BPD starting from May to the end of 2023. Iraq to decide to start the voluntary oil production cut of 211,100,000 barrels per day as of May until the end of 2023. Kuwait to voluntarily cut oil production by 128k BPD starting from May to the end of 2023. Oman to reduce oil production voluntarily by 40k BPD starting from May to the end of 2023. Okay, that's why you've had a lot of these meetings, man. Putin's been busy, man. Okay, basically what he's been doing is going from nation to nation. These small countries having meetings and all these things. Okay, India announced that it's going to be doing international trades and transactions with rubies. Okay, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Iran obviously already know are heavily involved. China is heavily involved with Russia now. Okay, Taiwan is currently gonna basically be invaded by China. Okay, Russia invaded Ukraine. Okay, India is getting majorly involved with Russia and China. Okay, that's big as well. Okay, so hey man, these are the things that's going on. Okay, and all what they're doing, all of them that have in common, these are like over about 10 nations, man. They all cut from the US dollar, man. Okay, that's what they have in thing. I forgot to also mention Uganda as well. Okay, Uganda. It's raps, man. Okay, let me read a little bit about this article for you guys and we'll grab some scripture. It says Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Gen Mark Milley told lawmakers Wednesday that China, Russia, and Iran would be a problem for the U.S. for many years to come as the three are working more closely together. Last speaking before the House of Armed Services Committee alongside Dennis Secretary Lloyd Austin, Milley said Russia and China are getting closer together. I wouldn't call it a true full alliance in the real meaning of that word, but we're seeing them moving closer together, and that's troublesome, Milley said. And then Iran is third. So those three countries together are going to be problematic for years to come, and I think especially Russia and China because of their capability. While the U.S. has made it clear for years now that the three countries are focuses of the military, particularly China and Russia, tensions with all three have been on the rise in recent months and even weeks. The U.S. continues to help to fund Ukraine's defense against Russia's invasion, which Milley said Wednesday. In itself, it is a war crime. Tensions with China rose recently. Suspected Chinese spy balloon traveled over the continual U.S. and ultimately shot down by U.S. military on the eastern coast of country. Chinese Minister in National Defense Wang Fenghe refused to take a call from Austin regarding the incident. And just last week, the U.S. launched retaliatory strikes against Iran backed groups in Syria after suspected Iranian drones struck the facility of housing U.S. personnel, killing an American commander, injuring 5 service members following a U.S. strike. Additional rocket and drones attacked were carried out, targeting U.S. and coalition personnel in Syria. Milley warned during the hearing on Tuesday that Iran could produce enough fissile material for a nuclear weapon in less than 2 weeks. The ultimately create nuclear weapon within several months thereafter. The United States military has developed multiple options for our national leadership to consider it when Iran develops a nuclear weapon, he said, which they already have nuclear weapons, man. Okay? And the reason being how they're going to have nuclear weapons is because you have Russia and China going to be funding them, man. Okay? We've been saying this for years, man. Okay? That's what's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of these little nations joining forces. Russia's going to be the driving force for it. China's going to fall into place. Then you're going to have Saudi Arabia. You're going to have Iraq, Iran. Okay? Right? Soon, hey, man. Well, Afghanistan's been invaded, but you're going to have Turkey joining forces. Okay? You're going to have a lot of these nations dropping out of the European Union. And now they're talking about how Israel's going to have to choose between China and the U.S., okay, when it comes to an alliance, okay? And Israel will turn their back on America, man, for several reasons, man, okay? But, hey, man, there you go. Just reading you guys a little bit of news, okay? And this is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 13. It says, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Okay, as a whole, America is going to be desolate, man. Okay, this is talking about World War III right here. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Okay, so the plagues are going to start from this right here. You're going to have financial plagues. You're going to have famine plagues. You're going to have spiritual plagues, physical plagues, sickness plagues. You're gonna have the whole 9, man. Okay, so everyone is gonna start to hiss at their plagues. And hey, man, as more and more of these countries they're gonna join forces, they're gonna be better options because they're gonna know they're gonna be more trustworthy than America. America has been proven to be untrustworthy over the past couple of years, ever since being established, man. Really and truly, if you want to get down to it. Okay. So that's why you're going to have a lot of these nations. They're going to start to jump ship, man. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 19. Salakia. Chapter 19 and verse 16. Okay, this is all talking about World War III, man. This is the beginning stages of World War III. Okay, and you're talking about how Saudi Arabia has this to develop a nuclear missile in this amount of time, man, they don't need that, man. Okay, they have Russia and China now. Okay, all right, and what's to say all these other nations, they're gonna start Russian and Chinese troops are gonna start to push in troops in these other nations as well. Okay, and then you're gonna have the Americans getting ran out of those countries. Their military base is gonna start to get ran out. They're gonna be force fed out. Okay. Revelation chapter 17 verse 16, it says, and then the 10 horns which those saws upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Okay, and that's the horns represent, so like, yeah, the horns represent the nations, man, the European Union, because the whore rides the beast. Okay, the beast being the dragon. Okay, and the beast, okay, consists of countries like Portugal, Spain, Europe, it's like not Europe, Spain, Italy, okay, England, Britain, okay, those types of nations, man. Okay, a majority of them are all pretty much um European nations, man. Okay, so that's what you're gonna have, and that's why it says the beast shall eat the whore, because these nations are gonna turn on America, the whore being America. Okay, right? So that's what it says right there. It says they shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate. How are they gonna make her desolate? Through World War III, ICBM, nuclear missiles, man. Okay, make her desolate and naked. Naked meaning empty, open. Okay, so when you're naked, you know, you go naked in a public spot, how you gonna feel? You're gonna feel freaking exposed, man. You're gonna be like, oh shit, they can see me. They, you know, that's what America's gonna go through. America's gonna be abandoned as a whole. Okay, the European Union is going to drop America. They're all going to join forces. It's going to be overwhelming because you're going to have China, Russia. You're going to have smaller nations, India, Pakistan. Okay, you might even have North Korea join forces with these, man. Yo, man, it's raps. It's raps, man. Okay, and not to mention they're going to bleed out of the American system. Okay, through oil reserves and dropping their dollar. So the dollar is gonna drop in value. Okay, imagine all these nations, they start trading, they start doing business in rubies, okay, or even yen, man. Okay, so that's gonna devalue the U.S. dollar, man. Okay, it says, and shall make her eat her flesh and burn it with fire. So that fire is talking about those ICBM missiles, man. Okay, that's gonna be the end all be all that comes out of this. And when you read the book of Revelations, it actually talks further more into that, man. Okay. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 50. Yeah, chapter 50, and we'll start at verse 13. Okay, Salakia, give me a second. Bear with me a second, Akims. Jeremiah chapter 50, and we'll start at verse 13. It says, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, and it shall be a wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall astonish and hiss at her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about her. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. And that's America, okay? Now, obviously, you could tell through the context that they're not shooting directly at Babylon. You know, a man himself and his bow and arrow, him as a person shooting the floor of Babylon. No, okay? That's talking about all these nations, okay? The bow, okay, the bow represents the nuclear launch station, okay, and the arrow, Slakia, the arrow represents the ICBM, okay, because what happens when you watch these old war movies, what was the tactic they used to use? Okay, they would shoot the arrows in the sky, okay, perfect arch, and come back down with more velocity and force to kill their opponent. Okay, that represents in the modern time ICBM nuclear missiles, man. Okay, it says, verse 15, shout against her round about. Okay, her enemies are round about her, man. Shout against her round about. America is gonna have enemies all around about her. Okay, Canada, okay, the South American countries are gonna turn on the, okay, man, you're gonna have countries like Venezuela, all these poor countries that were bankrupted through the American dollar, America turning their backs on them, shitting on them, okay, all that. You're gonna have all these countries be round about America, man. Okay, and what you're gonna have, the reason why there's gonna be so much ICBMs coming from all around the world, you're gonna have China and Russia, Okay, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, all these places have nuclear missiles, man. Okay, they all have ICBM nuclear capabilities, man. Even if it's small, big, little, it doesn't matter. They're all gonna have nuclear capabilities, and they're all gonna shoot it at America, man. Okay. Yeah, round about her, she have given her hand. Her foundations are falling, right? Her foundations. What is America founded on? Okay, power, man. Okay, so America's gonna lose power. Okay, her walls are thrown down, meaning her defenses. For it is vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her. She have done do unto her. So what she have done, what has America done to everybody else is gonna be done unto them. Everyone's gonna turn their back on them. Everyone's not gonna keep their peace treaty. Everyone's gonna seek to invade and destroy and rob America of their resources now. Okay, so there you go, right there, man. Hey, man, this is big news. You can see, man, I read it all for you guys, man. You can peep the article if you want. There's another article talking about Salakia, give me 1 second. There's another article talking about America, Salakia, America's dollar, okay, value being dropped, okay, again, all right. The reason being is because all these nations, they're dropping that dollar, okay. I believe Uganda went back to gold and silver. They're gonna start to do trades through that, okay. Hey, man, it's wraps, man. All right. Then you have Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq. They're gonna do international trade through rubies. I forgot to say India as well. So hey, man, this is current news. This is what's basically going on and trending. Even if you go on Twitter and all that, you see if you go underneath like certain Instagram posts and all that, man, these people are freaking out. They're like, yo, what's going on? What's happening? Is America okay? You know, that's what they keep saying. Okay, but it's raps, man. It's over with, man. All right. So, Lord, you guys ratified through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi. Until next time, I'm going to say all praise, honor, and glory be unto the Father, and the Son, Yahawashi, and Shalom.